You know, Mommy made me sit in the corner in timeout for the things that I said to Mr. Cody, and I would just like to say that I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said those things, and you are all completely in the right for completely clowning on me for the... I literally just came up with this like 5 seconds ago. Hello everyone, and welcome to Star Talks, the series that I originally made to talk about technology and now just use it to talk about general topics that I feel like talking about. And today is actually a very special occasion, which is why I'm wearing this again for the first time in, 3 months now? There's a story behind this, and I might tell it someday, but today is not that day because I have another story to tell. In fact, this video is actually very long overdue. Ever since I made the first video about the Whistling Diesel situation, well, for one, I wasn't ever really proud of that video, but second up, a lot happened immediately after I made that video, and I suppose since the story is pretty much finally concluded, it's about time for me to talk about it again. Just for those extra clicks, and because you new subscribers deserve to hear from me, personally. I have been reading all of your comments, by the way. I do appreciate that you all think that I'm fat and can't wake up ever and ever. But anyway, so when I first made that video, I had about 200 subscribers. And at the time of making this video, I have about 2,000 subscribers. So what the hell happened? Well, it all started, I'm going to start after I made the video. So after making the video and publishing it, I don't think Whistling Diesel saw it at first, but like immediately the next day, he posted about Junie Cortez winning the money. To say that I got a little bit pissed is kind of an understatement. Oh shoot, I gotta watch my language now because like I actually make money off of this and I don't want to get demonetized. So here's the thing, kinda got mad and I was seething with rage when I saw that post. Keep in mind that at this time, Whistling Diesel was still kind of trolling me a bit, because that's just who he is. And I gotta say, I'm glad I can laugh about this now. It was much more serious at this time. I was furious. I was like sending text after text after text, and you all can go watch the Whistling Diesel video if you want to see the actual text. I'm not going to show them in this video for the sake of repetition. And that's where the intro skit came from, because I said a lot of mean things. And things that I actually kind of regret saying, because I don't think in situations like that. Although, I'm glad we can all laugh about it and not take it as a threat. So anyway, eventually, it's revealed that Mr. Whistling Diesel is actually going to give me the money. My friend pointed it out to me that him and this Junie Cortez character were in the same area code, and once I pointed this fact out to him, he kind of finally broke and actually gave me the money. And it was at this point that I learned that Junie Cortez wasn't a real person that he was impersonating, but rather was literally a character from Spy Kids. And the joke would have been a lot funnier had I actually watched Spy Kids. I'm really restraining myself here because I don't want to get demonetized for the jokes that I used to make in these videos, and even the ones I cut out. And blah, blah, blah. So after that point, I had gone through the long process of calming down the sort of army that I culminated during this time of people who were with me and legitimately thought that Junie Cortez had stolen the money. And yes, I actually had people texting me, like on my phone here. Well, this is the case for my phone. We're just gonna pretend that this iPhone SE is my phone. So literally I have people texting me on here. Even one of them was Whistling Diesel's friend, who was in the smart car video with that big military truck they were using to pull it apart. Even he was texting me about the situation, was kind of playing with the joke. And everyone else was like serious, and I even started a hashtag. The hashtag was Superstar150K, and yeah, so all of this went about as well as you'd expect. Eventually, I did in fact get the money that I was owed, and we all lived happily ever after. In fact, probably just because I put Whistling Diesel in the title of the last video, I blew up in subscribers at least compared to what I was before. I went from about 200 to 900 in a very short time span, and that number has only continued to grow since the latest not the latest Whistling Diesel video, but the one addressing this situation about the $50,000. And that's how I got to 2,000 subscribers in like 4 days. I'm quite excited, and I gotta say thank you all so much for watching my videos, even if you were recommended by another YouTuber, and I was kind of planning on doing this naturally, but at the rate that I was going, I was never gonna make it. So I can't thank anybody but you. But I also, other than the people that were with me through the past 7 years of YouTube. Because believe it or not, I've been doing this for a lot longer than a lot of people think. I've been on YouTube since about 2014, specifically September 3rd, 2014. I know a lot of you who are observant might be going, but Superstar, your channel says you made it in 2017. What's that all about? I'll get to that. See, once upon a time, I made some pretty garbage videos that I actually did bring back on my original channel from September 3rd, 2014. I'm not going to describe what they are. You can go to that channel and you can make your own judgments about how cringe I used to be. But eventually I decided to get away from that type of content and decided to shift focus towards technology-based content, like the stuff that I've made in the past few years. However, my audience at the time did not understand the change, and therefore I was getting much less views on the videos about technology compared to the crappy videos that we don't speak of. Other than my friend Jimmy. You know who you are, Jimmy! But anyway, at that point, I decided to abandon the old channel and create the one that we're on now. And I've had some less than stellar videos on here as well, which have probably been unlisted. I continued live streaming for a while, continued my series. Eventually I renamed it to Life in the Tech House, which we still use today. Well, I've considered changing it, and this into one big series that's just basically my channel at this point. Like a lot of other YouTubers do. I'm just thinking about new ways to spice up the content, since I don't know. With the new audience, technology isn't really your guys' thing as much as it is mine. And as much as I want to continue making that content, and I will continue making that content for those of you who do like that, because I'm sure a lot of you do, and I imagine a lot of my newer viewers might also enjoy the content as well if I present it in a good way. But I'm thinking about making more truck videos possibly. Like, I literally have a video on my phone ready to edit about putting rock lights underneath my truck, and it's a pretty janky mess underneath there. Still is, even though I tried to fix it, and pretty much all I have to do is film like one more clip and then edit it, and I'm ready to go for that video. Another thing is I'm probably going to switch back to Final Cut Pro for editing, because Kden Live, as nice as it is, it's not that great compared to other video editors, and I really think that Final Cut's probably the best editor, in my opinion. I've never used Vegas. I used Adobe, and Adobe sucks. I hate it so much. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Premiere sucks. Don't use it. If you can avoid it, don't use Premiere. Another suggestion I got was to turn on the background music, and I hope that in this video that I managed to do that properly this time. And shout out to Madxruler for providing the background music that I've been using in the past 3 or 4 videos. And yeah, honestly, I don't know what else to say. So to keep this video going, because I can monetize now, I kind of want to try out a new style of ad break, since I can do mid-roll ads, especially because most of my videos that I've made are like an hour long. I'm not super proud of that. So anyways, I believe I'm going to pad out the rest of this video by reading a couple of choice comments, or 2, or 3, or 4, or 17. I don't know, I'm probably going to go on a long tangent. So, we'll be right back after these messages. So in the filming of this, I just realized Whistling Diesel actually commented on my videos that unfortunately I'm going to need the 50K back for legal reasons. Do I even want to read the replies? Jesus Christ. And about 7 hours ago, so about noon today as the time of filming this, Cody got you pretty good, but I'm happy to see Young win the cash. Congrats, and don't spend it all on a truck and save some of that and invest it. Well, I was kind of planning on not spending it all on a truck because that would be dumb, and I kind of have a lot to go, a lot of life to live. Don't need to spend all the money on a truck right now. Make the money, make you more money. I'm only 35, but I'm investing this since I was 22. Yeah, we get it. Not to insult this guy, I'm just saying. I'm glad everything worked out for you. And I'm glad that we could start off with a positive comment. So now let's just go down the list and start from newest first. 2 months and I still know I got spanked. Never mind, I got the $1 video. What the hell are you trying to say with that comment? You can see the code with electrical. Yeah, that's a pretty common thing that criticized me for in that video. I think it's a criticism. I don't know. So the electrical tape that I put on the card when I was showing it in the video. Unfortunately, I probably should have double layered the electrical tape because it was very easy to see both the code and the phone number underneath the tape. Now, I could have covered it up like Cody did in the original video, but, you know, that would be very awkward. So, I'm sorry, especially to Cody, because at some point he's probably going to have to deactivate that number because of my mistake. Congratulations to Junie Cortez, lol. Yeah, congrats, Junie Cortez, on winning the money. Woo! This person quoted the very first line in the video as their comment. I wanted to highlight that because I feel like a lot of people did. I'm actually surprised that I didn't get as many death threats as I originally thought because, you know, not only did I win a bunch of money, but I also have a somewhat personal link to Cody now. Oops. Why does this guy look like he's sleepy and out of breath all the time, but is not actually out of breath and sleepy? Well, I'm not sleepy, but I am always out of breath. See, I have this thing called asthma, and it makes me want to commit not legal things. Imagine being so fat you can't hold your eyes open for more than 10 seconds. Listen, I'm not fat, I'm big. Invest your 50K in the stock market, man. Well, listen, our personal finance class kind of had a whole lesson about how you should invest in mutual funds and not just the stock market on its own. And that being said, we also had an activity where we invested in the stock market, and I realized I probably should have invested in AMD. Use the money for a gym membership. No, my school gives me that for free. If you start making IDI videos, I will definitely sub and watch your videos. Hey, no, I'm gonna buy a Power Stroke at some point. And like, I'm not even joking about that. I'm very much considering buying a Power Stroke very soon. So stay tuned for that because you all made me do this. This way so it doesn't look like you're talking in your sleep. No, I'll tell you what talking in my sleep looks like. Hey guys, welcome to a Superstar 64 video. I'm too tired to do this today. Why can't you look at the camera? I'm not even trying to be mean, but dude, look at the damn camera. I am looking at the camera. Can you not tell? Well, you buy me a truck. I'm poor. I work. This is why I'm poor. I'll pay you back when I'm 65 and get my SSL check. Yeah, see, the thing is... Come here. A little closer. Put it on a houseboat. Don't waste your money on a Power Stroke. Houseboat, I'm pretty sure it costs a lot. Give me a moment. Okay, so yeah, there's a reason why I can't buy a houseboat. Just so you know. The reason is because it would take all of my money. In fact, I still have to pay tax on this shit. You know that, right? Back to the comments. Buy a Duramax. See, the thing is, actually, Whistling Diesel himself recommended that instead of buying a Power Stroke, I buy an LBZ Duramax. And while I'd be totally down for that idea, the problem is the LBZ was only made for 1 year, and I live in Ohio, where salt destroys all the vehicles. Combine that with Facebook Marketplace's absolute god-awful search system, and it's almost impossible to find an LBZ Duramax, especially one that I would want to drive, which would be extended work crew cab, 4-wheel drive with a long bed. Long beds don't seem to be very common with the cat eyes, especially the GMCs, because I don't really like the cat eye styling. I prefer the GMCs. That's why I don't want to buy an LBZ Duramax, and the other Duramaxes aren't really that good. Next video better be you with a power stroke, I'll probably come to your house. Don't go doing something responsible with that money, because no one wants to see that, lol. Yeah, well, see, I still don't have the power stroke. I considered delaying this video until I actually get one. I think that will be I think I'll just make that a separate video, because I can totally make a separate video out of that. In fact, filming the first part of this video was 10 minutes alone. Another comment, all I want to see is a power stroke. Again, I still don't have one. Enjoy your power stroke, kid. I dare you to squat it. See, in the actual terms of the agreement, I'm actually not allowed to purchase a squatted truck, and I assume that means I'm also not allowed to squat one either. Not like I would want that, because I would look like a kid from Alabama who lost a couple of twisty ladders on the way out. Don't forget about the 40% taxes. I actually don't know what the tax rates are in Ohio. That's gonna be a slight issue, is it not? Don't buy a car, it's garbage. Most car only lasts 7 to 15 years. I'm pretty sure every single 7.3 power stroke has lasted over 20 years that's still on the road. Buy a lot instead, or a house. Think of your future. Well, the problem is, see, first off, I'm too young to buy a house. That was pretty much a given. But the thing is, a lot or a house costs way more than $50,000. As much as I appreciate the money, it's kind of not going to help me buy a house. 50K is enough to go to college. Please don't waste it on a vehicle that will depreciate as soon as you drive it off the lot. I'm not sure if 50K is actually enough to go to college, because rates very much vary. The thing is, I'm probably going to end up with some scholarships anyway, and I'm still saving the majority of the money. Plus, now not only am I still working, and I'm going to stay working until I go off to college, but now I'm also going to get a revenue stream from YouTube itself, which means I finally made it on this fucking platform. I'm here to give you the Whistling Diesel subscribe bump. Yeah, you and about 2,000 other people. That's what the glove box is for, lol. Yeah, this was in response to the quote about me saying that you're supposed to keep your gloves in your glove box, and I still stand by that. I still have gloves in my glove box. Actually, I haven't checked in a while, but I'm pretty sure I still have gloves in my glove box. Well, surprisingly enough, I just realized this. Hodgepodge Dodge Garage, who commented on my original Ranger video, said this. Such a small world. Just seen Cody's video and I couldn't believe it. Congratulations. Just don't buy a 6.0 Power Stroke. Lol. Take care. Yeah, I wasn't planning on buying a 6.0. I was planning on buying a 7.3, but I'm still, cut that out of the video, I'm spoiling the surprise. So I think we've had a pretty good discussion today. I hope that satisfies your need for an update video. Next video will hopefully be the Underglow 2.0 video, because I never did a video on version 1.0. It sucked. I'm not going to talk about it because 2.0 is way better. Even though everyone still complains about it anyway. So stay tuned for that, but I will see you all in the night sky. Thank you all so much for watching. And again, thanks for 2,000 subscribers. All the on-screen instructions. What if I don't want to do that?